Well, I'm very sick today. I've got a really bad cold and I feel like crap. But here's something that hopefully makes me feel just a little bit better. I got a package from South Africa, all the way from South Africa, and it's, whoops, don't want to show his address. It's an IBM CGA video card. Same type of card used in the IBM Portable PC, which has been out of commission because its video card had a memory chip fail and it don't work properly anymore. So a viewer named Murray very generously sent me a card that he pulled from his own IBM PC. Same card, exactly the same. I think the PCB is a different color, but it's exactly the same otherwise. He upgraded his PC to, I think, EGA graphics, so he didn't need this anymore. So he sent it to me. I appreciate it a lot. So it traveled a long way, so hopefully it made it, but I'll open it up and we'll see how it looks. Oh well, he put it in an anti-static bag. That's better than what I would have done. So let's take a look at it here. Yeah, it made it in one piece. It looks good. There's the I can get a good shot of that. There's the capacitor. Before he pulled this card, one of the capacitors exploded on it, so he soldered a new one on it. Anyway, it's the exact same card. There's the header that the CRT of the PC Portable would plug into. It's a green PCB. The one that shipped in the IBM PC Portable is brown in color. I'm trying to find a date code. I cannot find a date code on this. 1980, late 1983. So it's slightly older than the portable PC. 1983. Well, maybe he has a PC XT. I forget if he had a PC or a PC XT. It was one of those he pulled this out of. Well, okay. I'll see if I have enough strength to dig out the IBM PC Portable. We'll stick this card in there and see what it does. And I am indeed filming this with my JVC GR AXM250 VHS-C camcorder from 2003. I haven't used this camcorder since I made the video of it actually, so I decided to bring it up here just for fun and give it some use. Now here's something I just noticed. Get a load of this. These 8 chips right here are the video memory chips. One of these chips are what failed on my card. This has had not only has this had one of the chips replaced, there's the replacement chip right there. The originals are Motorola's, this is a MOSTEC. But I think that's the exact same chip that failed on my card, U53 there. Very interesting. And I noticed this not by the chip itself, but I was looking at the back of the card and noticed that that chip that's been replaced has a horrible solder job on it. Just horrible. And it wasn't him that did it. I don't think he even knew that it had a replacement chip, but yeah, that's a really bad solder job, but evidently it works, because this card worked for him when he used it. Alright, here's the beast. I figure what I'll do first is, I already got it plugged in, we'll turn it on just so we can reiterate what the original video card does. Because this has been sitting for several weeks since I last powered it on, it'll probably work fine for a few minutes, and then it'll start glitching out again, so let's find out. What the hell? Something was making a chuffing sound inside it. All the video cards already glitched out. Oh yeah, I unplugged the motherboard speaker because it beeps, does an error beep, because it knows the video is bad. So I'll let it go into basic here, and oh, that's my camcorder making the noise. So you can see there, it's all messed up. So So while the camera's off, I'm going to open this thing up. I'll take out the old card, put in the new card, and then we'll come back, power it on, and hopefully it'll work. Here's the two cards side by side. So mine is the brown one here, manufacture date early 1984, and here's the new one, manufacture date late 1983. This chip here has different well, the top number is the same, but the bottom number, which I'm not sure what that represents, that's different. Oh, you know, oh, that's the date code, 8405 8334. It's funny because before the capacitor exploded, his card was doing the same thing mine did. And this had happened right before he had pulled it out to package it up to ship to me, and he's like, oh man, sorry to tell you, the card is doing the same thing yours is now. And then all of a sudden, bang, he had a capacitor explode. He replaced it and his card's working again. It's funny how that works. Apparently failed chips on these cards and similarly aged IBM PC cards are not terribly uncommon, but I find that odd because these use, like this card is all 7000 series TTL logic, and TTL is supposed to be more durable than CMOS logic when it comes to ESD. I would assume ESD might be what caused one of the chips on mine to fail, but I'm not sure. But it's all 7000 series TTL logic as far as I know. Or then again, these are memory chips, so these might actually be CMOS, because CMOS is more sensitive to ESD than TTL is, so I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm going to stick that card in here. I keep the computer plugged in so that the case is grounded, so I can keep a hand on the case as much as I can and reduce the risk of any static discharge being delivered to that card. Alright, card is in. I put this metal shroud back on, so I really hope no other capacitor explodes on that card. In fact, I'm always weary of capacitors exploding. It's really common on IBM PCs. Just the tantalum capacitors do not age well with time, and eventually they get to a point, if they're worn, that they short out, and then the high heat that develops within them causes them to suddenly rupture, and it's very loud. It sounds like a gunshot apparently, and yeah, I just hope that doesn't happen. So I've put this metal shroud back on, so in the event something explodes, it's not going to be a shower of sparks everywhere. I'm not exactly in a spark friendly environment. So alright, all that's left to do is turn this on. I hope this works. If that card also turns out to have a bad memory chip, or if it ever develops a bad memory chip down the road, that's not that bad because it still has 7 good memory chips. I'll just rip one out of it and stick it in my card, replace the bad chip, because now I have a supply of good memory chips. So at the very least, hopefully this card works perfect. Let's find out. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I'm a... oh, I've got to take this shroud back off. I didn't connect the CRT cable. Also, I didn't connect the speaker. God, I'm so sick. Okay, let me fix all my screw-ups and then I'll come back. At least it didn't explode. Alright, let's try this garbage again. No beeps. We have video, and it's not corrupt. Oh, I want to boot this into DOS. I don't want it to go into BASIC. Ugh. No explosions. And wow, the CRT is very bright compared to before. Evidently that new card drives a lot harder signal. Oh, fine, I'll let it go into BASIC. Yeah, okay, it all looks good. Gotta readjust my brightness and contrast here. Yeah. I'll boot it into DOS. I think DOS is where it more evidently shows any video problems. BASIC works really weird. BASIC addresses all the hardware in the system very strangely compared to DOS does. It's really strange. Yeah, this will work. Control Alt Delete. I can never find delete on this XT keyboard. Delete. I oiled the floppy drives, or rather I lubricated them. I lubricated the rails that the heads roll on, and they're very quiet now. It's very nice. Well, it all looks good, so I'm willing to consider it good. Murray, thank you so much for offering to send me your card. You've helped resurrect what's probably the most valuable computer in my collection. You've made it much easier for me not having to, first of all, pay more money for a chip, a single memory chip, than it cost me to get an entire card from South Africa to here. So I really appreciate that. And second of all, it saves me having to solder anything. And third of all, the thing is, this computer can never accept an EGA or VGA card. They'll work, but only with an external monitor. Only the original IBM Color Graphics Adapter works with that built-in CRT, so that's the only video card this thing can ever use and function the way it was intended. So I'm really glad to get a whole nother card just as a spare, and it'll source me with spare memory chips. If a memory chip ever goes bad on that, I have many spares. I'll just throw one onto my card, but hopefully that never has to happen. But yeah, because that's literally the only video card that'll ever work in this computer the way it was intended, it's really great to have a spare, because those are very, very expensive to get a hold of on eBay. And there's no way I would have ever been able to get another card. And yeah, anyway, truly appreciate it. You are an MVP. So I'll keep this computer running for a while, but I really need to just get it back in the closet so I can just lie down and try not to die. But there you go. I think hopefully this thing is fixed. There will be the actual main video of this thing soon. I want to do it soon before something else breaks on it, although hopefully that won't happen. Oh my god, I totally didn't see this fall onto the bed. He sent me a disc. Oh, by the way, there's his YouTube name. Oh crap. What did he send me? I have no idea. I guess we'll find out. The computer's still working. Shoot, man. I have no... Oh. Okay, just a sec. I gotta situate myself on the bed here. This has gotta be good. Oh. So it's in the B drive, so... B... Oh god, that sounds horrible. Oh, there it goes. I think it was a bit warped. Sector not found. Oh no. Uh-oh. Well, if he sent me anything, it might be garbage. I'll try drive A, but I know both drives work. Oh, it might be a bootable disk. Abort. No. A. Okay, directory. Okay, there we go. Maybe my B drive's gunked up. It's got readme, display test, and clock. Well, let's read the readme. Type readme.txt. It reads, "Keep this signed disc. If I ever become a famous YouTuber, it'll be worth millions one day. I've included my display test program, which you can use to see if the card I gave you is still working correctly. Last time I used it, I ran the card for over 4 hours and it didn't have a single problem. So I think replacing the capacitor has fixed it. As you have probably already seen, I've included some spare tantalum caps. He did? What? Oh my god, man, I am very not with it today. Wow, get a load of that. He gave me spare capacitors. Wow, wow. He sent me much more than I paid for. Even the card alone. I'm very humbled. I've included some spare tantalum caps just in case one of the others decides to go boom. Wow, thank you so much for the disc and for the capacitors and for the card. Holy smokes, it's just so generous. I feel greedy. Display test, disc test, and that's a program. I'm glad the disc is good. It would have sucked if it turned out the disc didn't make it. Yeah, it all looks good. If you look right here, the numbers look all messed up. That's actually normal. It's because the CRT display can't properly display shaded colors, and so these numbers are actually a shaded color. And so they're displayed with this stripe pattern. That's how this display displays dark colors, is it stripes them, and that doesn't work out well for numbers and letters, so that's normal. That's all working fine, and down here it all works perfect. Press any key for CGA graphics test. Oh, look at that. It says done. Let me turn steady shot off. I think that might help. Yeah, that looks better. That was very nice. And there was a program called Clock. No, it's a little screensaver. That's very cute. It shows the, just shows the time there. I haven't set it, obviously. No battery in this. Wow. That's very, very cool. I wonder what's going on with my B drive. That really sounded like it messed up the disk for a second there. Wow, that's very cool. Thank you. I really appreciate it. That's very cool. I'm gonna keep this disc as is, because it was a gift from a YouTuber, so it'll be preserved. I won't reuse it or anything like that. But I'm wondering now what's going on with my B drive. Let me go to B. Directory. No, it's working just fine. I think maybe the disc was just a bit stuck. Let me put it back in. Directory. Yeah, it's working fine now. I think that disc got a bit warped in the post. So, but it's working now. Wow, that's so cool. Thank you. Thank you again, Murray. I truly, truly appreciate it. And it looks like this computer is ready to go once again, which is great. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.